crafty people, I have some, I don't know what to call these, half circle cards. I'm going to start with this one. I started thinking I was going to make these into globe cards, and then I just decided to just make them like this, you know, without the other part. This part. So I think they're still super pretty, and I had wanted to use the bokeh inked distress ink background, and I love how it turned out. I wanted to turn it into a shaker card. So yeah, and then I used my brand new little stamps. Who are these by? They're not MFT. I can't remember, but I did use a little bit of like puffy paint for my Santa hat and his mustache. You can kind of see there. They're making snow angels. The little bird, the little gingerbread person, and the Santa. And I colored them all up to match this kind of lavender purpley color scheme. I have some pretty chenille there. And I use this, can you even see it? It's like a wintry looking crystal. I don't know what to call it. I made a nice little Wild Orchid Craft flower cluster, and I did stickle all of those to make those colored flowers look very wintry, and I put some little winter white little sprays in there. And then I added these little pearls. So I had the Happy Holidays in my stash. I picked that up at Michael's last year. And I used the puff paint on it. Can you tell? I love how it came out. I had this really pretty trim in my stash. This is something I picked up at Hobby Lobby last year. And then I put this lace all around the edge. And that is card number 1. Card number 2 is this one. And this wooden sentiment is also from Michael's. And I used the puff paint on it. It's not really puff paint. It's called... What's this? So that's what I used. This is a different collection. That Santa looks really similar. Oh gosh, guys, I can't think of it. I did stickles on the snowman to make him look kind of frosty. But again, I colored them up to match this color scheme, the pink and the lavender. And I have some little snowflakes back there, and I just added a Wild Orchid Craft flower on top of each one. There's lots of shaker bits in there. I did the same chenille with this frosty looking trim. 2 layers around here, the pink, the lavender, well 3, and then the pearls. And pops up. Oh, pops up like that. And I did use glitter cardstock around both of these. So that's card number 2. Card number 3 is this one. Look at that. All of these are staying in the Distress Ink category background. And so I did all my backgrounds first, and then I got to creating the actual kind of globe part. And this, I can't remember for sure if this is Saw Crafters or I got this at Michael's, but I painted it black. I dabbed it with Versamark ink, And then I use clear embossing powder, and it looks gorgeous. I did the same thing with the Sentiment Starry Night. Love it. These are the snowflakes that I used on that card. And then, you know, of course, you have your beautiful Star of David there. And lots of shaker bits. I added just a couple of Wild Orchid Craft flowers here. This pretty trim goes all the way around the card. And then this kind of royal blue trim around the edge. And then I had to add some more stars. Since it says Starry Night. So these are just foam stars. And I cut them in half. Excuse me. So I only had to use actually one. Pops up like that. And that's card number 3. Gonna get a bonus card today. Ta-da! I love this background. I used the bokeh technique again. So I used the bokeh technique here and here. It's hard to see. I did not use it on that one. On that one, I just did the inking and the flicking. And this one, I did the bokeh technique with the snowflakes. And I just love how that came out. Same technique on the wood piece. And I just love it. And then, of course, same with the word rejoice. I used the chenille all the way around. I have like kind of a mint colored lace there. And then I used a real blingy ribbon. And then I put the same trim as there I put at the bottom. And then, you know, I realized in Bethlehem it was not cold and wintry and everything, but Christmas time is typically cold and wintry for us. So I went ahead and layered snowflakes. These are some stars like that one, only these are more sparkly. I added a couple Wild Orchid Craft flowers, and there's some snowflakes back behind here. Can barely see them poking out, but they still add, and I love it. And then I added the icicles, and the icicles just really make any wintry floral display just beautiful. I love it. Pops up like that, and that's card number 4. Okay, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I have not listed any of these cards on, let me take you out. I have not listed any of these cards on eBay because I took a nap today. So, if you're interested in any of these, you can email me. My email is always in the description box down below. These cards would be $20 each shipped. That includes your shipping. If I don't hear from anybody, I'm going to go ahead and list them on eBay. But thanks for watching. Have a happy, scrappy day, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.